Hey there, everybody. I'm going to show you why the law of attraction might not be working for you and how to fix it. In this video, I'm just going to talk about one simple thing, and that's why the law of attraction might not be working. I think a lot of people think that maybe it's negative thinking, or as I like to say, stinking thinking that prevents the law of attraction from working or not working. But the thing that I always think about is I know a lot of very successful, very miserable people. So I don't necessarily think that's true. I think there's a lot of power behind positive thinking and thinking more positively, but is that the only thing that is stopping you from attracting something you want is negative thinking? Probably not. Without wasting any time, I think that the one thing that prevents people from attracting things that they want is just never having done it before consciously. If you believe in the law of attraction, or even if you don't, maybe you're just learning about it, or you just want more information about it, or whatever, I think that a lot of people who talk about the law of attraction say that we're constantly attracting everything that we attract into our lives. Everything we have, we're always attracting. But if you have never consciously done it, if you've never thought about something that you want to attract into your life, and then you try to attract, a garage full of 10 Ferraris, things are probably not going to work out so well. And so why can't we just go from where we are right now to 10 Ferraris in a garage? I think the answer is inspiration. I think that for us to get there, there's like a series of steps. Like, realistically, can we just attract a garage full of Ferraris? Doubt it. Probably not. It's not going to just magically appear in front of us. There is a series of steps that we have to take to get there in the first place. So if we're trying to attract this garage full of Ferraris, the inspiration might be to start a business, and then we have to think about starting a business, and we have to think about all the steps in between. So again, if we're trying to manifest something really big like that, it's hard to realize what inspiration is or where inspiration is leading us. And I think this is where people get lost. They start trying to attract something like maybe the perfect partner in love, and so they go on a dating site, they're thinking about the law of attraction, they're thinking about attracting someone who's perfect, they think about the type of person they want, and then they start getting all these matches, on Tinder or whatever it is that they're using, and maybe these people just aren't what they're looking for, so they immediately think, oh, this isn't working, I'm gonna quit. And what they don't realize about the law of attraction is maybe if they just went out on a date, maybe one of these people that they could go out with would cancel, they'd be sitting there at the bar, and maybe they'd get hit on by someone they actually do like. So that is what I mean by inspiration. The inspiration is just following the universe where it leads you and kind of seeing what happens. And I feel like more people need to be open to these kind of random surprise opportunities that can come about. Same thing with money as well. If you're trying to attract large amounts of money, maybe you have a job, and maybe the inspiration that the universe gives you is to quit your job and do something else that seems crazy. So a lot of people stop at that step. They stop at the inspirational step where they get the inspiration, or they get the thought that says, hey, quit your job and go start a business. But that's where all the fears come up, and once we start having those fears, that's when we start to resist the law of attraction. That's when we create this resistance that stops things from being attracted into our lives in the first place. So how do we fix this? What's the easiest way to fix this? Well, it's pretty simple. The easiest way to fix it is to start small, right? Not a great answer, not very exciting, but this video wasn't meant to be exciting anyway. It was just meant to kind of say that if we want to attract things, we have to start small and start by trying to attract something smaller than what our initial goal is. Let's use money for example. Maybe you're desperate for more money, or you want more money. I would start by trying to attract just $1, just seeing what that feels like, seeing how that can come about, and seeing kind of what feelings you get in the first place. If you start by just trying to manifest $1, maybe your inspiration one day is to go for a walk, and then maybe you find $1 on the sidewalk. It could be, that sounds ridiculous, but it could be that simple. Maybe you're trying to attract love again, and maybe your inspiration is to again sign up for Tinder, and then maybe the next step is to actually go out on a date with someone that you meet from Tinder, and then one thing could lead to another. I think that again, we have to be careful of, especially with love, we have to be careful of thinking like the person or the first thing that we attract has to be the love of our lives. And I feel like that prevents people from, like, again, going out and proving to the universe, or whatever you want to call it, that you actually want what you are asking for. So my challenge to all of you is to think of the smallest thing you possibly can think of, the most insignificant thing you could possibly think of to attract into your life right now. I think Esther Hicks, she talks about trying to manifest a feather, for example, on a walk. So just start thinking about the color of a feather and try to attract it into your life. A lot of people ask, like, what are the actions to be taken for the law of attraction? A lot of a law of attraction people would say no real action. Once you start putting in too much action into something, then you're kind of denying the universe. Once you put an intention out there, that pretty much should be enough. So how do you do this, and how can you supercharge this process? Well, one thing is I would not put too much work into it. That's the first thing, is that law of attraction is supposed to be effortless. Things are supposed to flow through us, and it's supposed to be a process of flow where things just kind of come to us. So if I was trying to attract a feather, for example, I would maybe think of the feather that I'm trying to attract. I would say something to put the thought out into the universe, and then I would just go about my day. But what I would pay attention to is the random inspirations or the random thoughts that pop into my head throughout the day. Like maybe all of a sudden I feel like I need to go for a walk, or maybe I get the inspiration to go get the mail or something like that. So those are the types of inspirations we need to follow. Once you start practicing the law of attraction, start practicing attracting small things into your life, you can slowly start to make these things bigger. And it's like we just don't want to jump right to the big thing. So that's that. It's just that simple. If you follow that simple step, just starting small, that's all you have to do, and then working your way up from there, you will attract pretty much probably everything you could ever imagine. Definitely let me know down below what you're going to try to attract today, maybe tomorrow, who knows. And also let me know if you want to know more about law of attraction. If you have any questions, any videos you want me to do on it, anything, let me know down below.